Hi all crochet lovers. I made this small motif to demonstrate this crochet stitch. This crochet stitch is quite stretchy, but if you lay the garment flat, it's going to hold the motif in the shape that you want it to, but when you wear it, it's going to be stretchy. So this has chains of 5 and a few flowers in between. So we make a chain of 5 and a flower in between. Then in the next row we make a chain of 5, flower, a chain of 5, a chain of 5, a flower, and so on. So let me show you how to make this crochet filling stitch. Start with a chain of 5. This is for the bar here, this bar. For the center of the flower, make a chain of 4. In the first stitch, slip this chain. Now we are making the first petal. For that, make a chain of 3 and slip it in the same stitch. Now pull this chain behind so that your yarn comes forward. Go to the next stitch and slip your chain. Make a chain of 3 for the second petal. Slip in the same stitch. Go to the next chain and slip it. Make a chain of 3 for the third petal and slip in the same stitch. Go to the last chain, slip, chain of 3 for the fourth petal, which is also the last petal, slip in the same stitch. Now turn your work. In the center of the petal where we made a chain of 4, slip this stitch. Now your stitch is coming out from the center. Turn your work again and make a chain of 5. Chain 1. This is where your next petal will be. For this, I haven't made the base chain row, which is generally a chain of 20 or something that we generally start with. So here, since this is going to be a part of the motif like this, we will already have something as a base. So instead of that base where I would have attached this chain, I'm just making a chain of 1 here. Now again make a chain of 5. And here is where we will start the second flower. For the second flower, again make a chain of 4. This will be the center of the flower. In the first chain, slip the stitch. For the first petal, make a chain of 3 and slip in the same chain. Now push this work back and have your yarn in the front. Go to the second stitch. In this circle that you just made, you will have 4 stitches. In the first stitch, you made a petal. This is the second stitch. You're making your second petal here. By slipping and making a chain of 3 and then slipping again in the same space. Now go to the third chain slip, chain of 3, slip in the same space, into the last chain, slip, chain 3, slip in the same space, now this is the front side, turn back. When you're turning back, don't turn back this way. If you do it this way, you will have difficulty in pulling the yarn forward. Okay, so you need to turn it this way so that your yarn is already backwards. And go to the center chain. You will find a loop here. You can slip into that loop, and when you're slipping, don't pull this chain and then slip. Just have a small pulling outward and make this chain go to it like this, so that your petal forms a nice shape here, nice curving here. So we have 2 flowers now. Make a chain of 5, so this is how it is. This goes to the end of the motif, and this chain 1 which we did here goes into the motif, and this goes into the motif, this part. Now we'll go to the second row by doing maybe a chain of 10 or wherever you feel it is appropriate to join it to your motif. So like here, we have finished this first row. Now we are making this chain. Here I just made a chain of 5, but for this demonstration I'm making a chain of 10 because I need to go to that spot. So this chain of 10 was for the height. Now I'll make a chain of 5 for the bar, and this I'm going to join to this flower on the back side. So again, reach out to the center and slip. Now make a chain of 5. Now here is where our flower will be. So this is how it's going to look. This is how it's going to be. We have this joined to the motif, this joined to the motif, and this joined to the motif. Now here I'm going to make a chain of 5. And then I'm going to join it to the next flower. And then I'm going to make a chain of 5. And this chain of 5 I'm going to join to the wall of the motif. So for the next row, we will have a chain of 5 here. We'll make a flower here, make a chain of 5 and join it to this flower, make a chain of 5, flower here, and chain of 5 and join it to this place, and we'll have the flowers alternatingly. Thank you for watching.